So here's what you're gonna need to get started. You're gonna need baking soda, citric acid, cornstarch, Epsom salt, food coloring or soap coloring, a plastic mold for your bath bomb, castor oil, and essential oil for scent, whatever scent you want. So, first we want to mix our dry ingredients. And I have my handy dandy measuring utensil here. So we're gonna start with a half cup of baking soda. I feel like a mad scientist here. I think I need it a little bit more. 1/4 of a cup of citric acid. 1/4 of a cup. Let me adjust this right here. So the citric acid is what reacts to the baking soda, and this helps to create the fizz. This is the most important part right here. And this is just 1/4 of a cup. For the cornstarch, it's also 1/4 of a cup. This comes out a bit clumpy, but I just don't want it to be all over. In Epsom salt, we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of Epsom salt as well. This Epsom salt is coconut oil scented. It already smells good. So, there. So that's all of our dry ingredients, and you want to just go ahead and whisk those together. Very, very good in our science experiment here. So continue to whisk that together. It smells good already, and it's just because of that coconut oil Epsom, I know for sure. I can't even talk. Mix those very well with the whisk. Alright, so after that we're going to come back and we're going to do our wet ingredients next. Okay. Now we want to mix our wet ingredients together. And for the wet ingredients, we're using smaller measurements, of course. So we're gonna start with castor oil. 3 teaspoons of castor oil. And you can substitute this with coconut oil if you like. Really the only reason I'm not using coconut oil is because I have coconut oil Epsom salt. So I want to try it with the castor oil. And 3 teaspoons of castor oil. And castor oil is a natural anti-inflammatory, and it's very hydrating for your body. So we're going to do 3 teaspoons of this, which with the oil, it's you know, sometimes most of it gets stuck in the spoon, so I'm gonna guys see my top? Oh, here it is. And then you're going to add a few drops of food coloring. I actually have gel that we're going to use. And actually, since my castor oil is already dark, I'm not sure what color that's gonna be. So I'm gonna add a few drops of this food coloring. You can use soap coloring or food coloring. I'm using food coloring and this one is green. So we're gonna see how that's gonna turn out. And then whatever essential oil that you have and you want, which is just for scent. So I have a few oils here and I think I'm just gonna do a lavender. So you want to do 1 tablespoon of essential oil. I can get the top over here. So we're going to, I think 3 teaspoons equal a tablespoon. So we're gonna do 3 teaspoons. Let's check with Alexa. Alexa, how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon?
1 tablespoon is 3 teaspoons.
Thank you, ma'am. So we'll do 3 teaspoons, which equal 1 tablespoon, according to Alexa. This just comes out really, really slowly, so it's gotta, okay.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I'm done with you. She's still talking to me. Okay, and then you want to add a tablespoon of water. And I just have some water here, and we're going to add 3 teaspoons again, and that'll kind of help to rinse out the measuring spoon here. And we're gonna mix it all. Let's see what kind of color we actually come up with after we mix this all together. So you're gonna mix this really, really well, and look at it. It's looking, ooh, it's turning green. It's turning green. So mix this really, really well. It's taking a little bit more to mix this food coloring in here because I used a gel color. But it smells good. The lavender smells really good. I should be using a whisk for this as well, or maybe a fork for this. I still have some gel chunks in here, so I just want to make sure I mix it really well. I'm making a mess. So, do I want this to be a little bit more green, or is that green enough? I like that green. It's like a little minty green. Can you see it? Can you see? I don't want to turn it up. You can. I don't want to. So you can see my little green color a little bit better right here, and I didn't spill it too much. So afterwards, you want to mix everything together. So we're going to slowly add the liquid into the dry. We're going to do it slowly just to make sure that it doesn't activate. So we're going to do it a little bit at a time here. It's activating. But we're still just going to keep doing it slowly. And you're going to continue to whisk it as you add the wet ingredients inside. Adding a little bit at a time. It's starting to turn colors, I can see. We've added all of the liquids into the dry. So we're mixing them just to make sure that we get the same consistency throughout. As it started to clump up, there's clumps throughout. And so I'm mixing it just to make sure that the consistency is the same. And can you see the little mint green color? Cute. Subtle, not too much. Maybe I'll turn my camera around so that you can see my sofa and see how well it matches. And we're getting a nice, thick, even consistency here. So now it's really time to fill the mold. It's really time to fill the mold. I have the mold here that is a specific bath bomb mold. You can use a Christmas ornament. You can use an Easter egg, a plastic Easter egg. You can use, they actually have plastic Easter eggs that are different shapes. So if you want something that's not a circle, you can use something else as well. But you're going to scoop it in there and pack it really tightly. Probably don't need to use that. Ooh, it feels nice and soft. So we're gonna scoop it inside and pack it really good. And we're gonna actually do that with both sides. Scoop it all in there and pack it really good. And if you're making this with your kiddos, or if you're making this for your kiddos, what you can do is you can actually put a surprise inside. They have the little water activated sponges that when in water, they actually turn to a little animal. So if you want a surprise in there for your little one or for your kiddos, that would be cool to do. The only little one I have here is Mr. Funky, and right now he's whining to go outside. Mr. Funky, you want to come say hi? Huh? Come here. Come say hi to the peoples. Come say hi. He's not paying me attention. But if I offer him some food, he will. You want some cheese? Huh? Come here. Come here. Come right here so they can see you. Come right here so they can see you. Okay, now turn and look at the camera. Okay, that's all you gotta get. So after you fill them up, you want to pack them really tightly and then close it together until you hear a snap. Pack it really tightly and close it until you hear a snap. Ooh, it's like pushing against me. We have bath bombs, yay! So note, with the measurements that I gave you, I was able to make 2.5 bath bombs. This one isn't filled up, and it actually isn't even closed. So this is just a half, and these are 2 full bath bombs. So, ooh, I can't wait to try this. You have to leave it overnight, or if you're one of those impatient ones, you can pop it in the refrigerator for a few hours and then try it, which mine's going in the refrigerator because I'm one of those impatient ones. I want to try it tonight. When you try yours, not if, but when you try yours, let me know how it turns out. Comment here and let me know how it turns out. Or better yet, post a pic and let me know how it turns out. Thanks for watching. When you're using your bath bomb, you want to tap on it before you get it out of the casing. And oh, look at it. We have an amazing bath bomb. Oh, it smells so good. Let's drop it in and see what happens. Should I dunk it? Let's see. Look at that fizzing. How cool is that? Oh, I can even smell it. It smells so good. Yay! Go try your bath bombs. Enjoy.